Hey friends, Owlets Tarot here. Started your reading and didn't press record. So to recap quickly, first of all, I'm Jason. For those who are new, welcome to this space. I appreciate you all. This is going to be a general collective for Capricorn. Recording it for the month of November, but the messages, I believe, find us when they're meant to. Shuffled the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck to draw an oracle card to get an overall feel for the energy of the read. And you guys were lucky enough to get the card of Burden. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got Struggle. So, it feels like you've been dealing with something, with some sort of burden, something that has been burdensome to your space, your home, something that has maybe been weighing heavily on your mind, a burden that you're carrying for someone else, a burden that you are feeling obligated to carry, perhaps. But whatever it is to you, if it resonates with you, it's beginning to feel like an uphill climb. You're beginning to feel the weight of this burden. It could be something within you that you need to tell somebody, that you need to kind of come out in the open and say, and unburden yourself, because it's starting to make a lot of different areas of your life just really, really difficult. Okay, let's see what's going on. We're using the Antique Anatomy Tarot by Claire Goodchild, I believe. If that's accurate, I'm super proud of myself because I don't even have the box near me. I normally can't remember the name of the deck, let alone the artist. Alright, your first card out. We've got the Six of Coins. So, this is coming out in the position of kind of what the situation is here. And it's showing very clearly that there needs to be balance here. The scales are being tipped, dramatically in one direction because there's too much taking from someone else, and they're not giving much in return. They're not. I just heard not holding up their end of the bargain, not holding up their end of things. Okay, and then we've got the Four of Rods, or the Four of Wands. So this is kind of an obstacle, a card. It's kind of blocking this give and take energy that's being required. So what I'm getting off this, because the Four of Wands is a card of, it's a super positive card. It doesn't really have many negative connotations attached to it at all. But what I'm feeling is that someone's standards or their expectations of you are too high. They're something that can't be matched. That could be creating a lot of that burden and that struggle. You just needing that sacred space that we all need in life, whether we're aware of it or not. Okay, what are your strengths in this situation? What are Capricorn's strengths? We've got the Devil. Very interesting reading. And strengths, and this is also like what is known, what's in your consciousness. So I feel like your strengths right now are you having a very clear picture of what it is that needs to change. You have a very clear picture of what's holding you back, what's holding you down, the different layers of codependency. The codependency that I feel like for a while was running kind of both ways. We were both gaining something from it. Keep in mind with these readings, energies can be reversed. What needs strengthening? What does Capricorn need to work on strengthening? All right, we have Judgment in reverse. So what needs strengthening, it seems, is a closer look at the situation as a whole. Recognizing your place in it. Recognizing that life is short. And recognizing that it's time to stop placing so much judgment on yourself. It's time to stop placing so much of the weight of others' burdens on yourself. Because, there's so much beauty in this world. And just remember that you're just as entitled to the beauty that this world holds for you as the next. I feel like you judge yourself quite harshly, and that's something that needs strengthening. All right. In the recent past, we've got the Ten of Rods. So a struggle to keep things afloat, feeling as though you're kind of pushing that rock to the top of the hill just to watch it roll back down, and it's your job to push it up again, and it rolls back down. But in this card, I always like to look at the idea that no matter how difficult things are, there is always a part of you that's going to rise up and rise above and see things from a different angle. How things could turn out in this situation, we've got the Knight of Rods in reverse. So, this could be a situation where you are dealing with someone that has a temper, almost like tantrums. An adult having tantrums can be a scary thing. There's a lot of passion, but it's more like a fiery, easily angered feeling. It's a feeling of somebody that you don't want to stay attached to for myriad reasons. But one of them being that they're not the type to be caged in any way. They're not good at relationships. But I see the possibility for tantrums is the word that keeps coming to mind. Why are these tantrums coming about? Well, because the burden that isn't yours is starting to become a fucking struggle, and you're tired of running that uphill treadmill and feeling like, you're constantly carrying this load on your back that you're trying to find a place to set down. You're trying to find a way to reach up and above and beyond. You're trying to find a way to maintain the hope that at times feels quite lost to you. But your strength being that, you're facing this head on, you're seeing exactly what has you bound, what has you tied down, and what is keeping you back. Ultimately, that's probably not going to make the person that has been keeping you back jump for joy. What I will say is be safe, but don't let temper tantrums stop you. Don't let the stress of others' burdens burden you and make you struggle again and again and again and again, because it's going to put you in an early grave. And if they cared about you in any way, they would recognize that you need a sacred space, that you need some form of reciprocity, that you need some give and take, because their standards their wants of you are starting to weigh on you. And there really needs to be a transformation here. A death and rebirth. Things from your past, at any moment, you can decide to leave them in the past and exist in the here and the now, in the present. Live your life in the present. Don't live it in the past, and don't live it always thinking about tomorrow. Live in the here and now. Enjoy the here and now. But do it with two free hands. The backs of the cards. Alright, that's what I'm getting for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Star card. So, you have not lost hope. You've got tenacity and ambition for days. So you're not going to lose that hope. You're not going to let some grown-ass adult that wants to act like a petulant child because you finally decide to set up some boundaries stop you. From gaining, and maintaining what is just as much yours as anyone else's. It's time for you to judge the situation accordingly. It's time for you to place yourself higher up on the list of what you prioritize. Because you are worth it, my lovely Capricorns. Alright, I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. Anything you need to know about the channel is down in the description box below. I thank you all for watching. I love you all. Take great care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. Look out for those around you. And like I said, remember, life is too short to be dealing with this much bullshit. So don't lose hope, Capricorn. And yes, it's not lost on me that, you did appear in your reading as your own strength. And it reminded me that I'm actually representing. I have my devil t-shirt on. Alright, guys. Stay well. Thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate you all. And until next time, take good care. Bye, friends.